come from a musical family. I mean, music lovers, but my mom does not sing and my dad loves it. But yeah, it's really only me that is the creative and my brother. But yeah, it was just always a part of me, and would take voice lessons really young, and it just was something I had to do. And then I went on to pursue musical theater because we had a really fantastic choir program and theater program in my high school. And it just that's all I sang was show tunes. So it was just a natural thing that I go pursue it. And so I went to Toronto and was there for a year and didn't feel completed with it. Like it didn't completely resonate with me, being this triple threat and having to kind of just be everything and anything. I just really wanted to sing with a band, but didn't know how to go about that. And then I came back home to maybe pursue jazz because I didn't know, I just thought it was jazz and musical theater in a sense, because those were my two teachers at that point, was a jazz musician and a theater performer. And then didn't like this music course that I was doing, and just kind of actually moved to New York. And I had a friend who was looking for a roommate, and I just kind of said, okay, I'm gonna do my own program. We're gonna figure it out. Just be hungry and put your head down and just work. And so I did a lot of programs there and a lot of intensives, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And I was 19 when I did that, and then came back home, did a few shows, did a few theater shows, and then COVID. And it was during COVID where the pressure was off, and I really just kept asking myself, okay, like, there's no one's looking at you to do anything. Like, what do you really want to do? And it just came back to being with a band and just playing music that I loved and wanted to do and wanted to sing and felt connected to. And then at that point, I wasn't writing, I didn't play. And so I had this idea of recording covers just so I could find opportunities to get my foot in the door, to get my name out there, to sing, just to sing anywhere and anything. And so I had this amazing opportunity recording these covers and got linked with an amazing producer that I'm still working with. And through that, the band that got hired is like one of the key player that got hired is kind of, I've dragged him with me on every single project now, which is so amazing and so cool. And through that, it's been a whirlwind of a year completely. And through Marley, I got in here, and it's just been amazing. Everything good comes in threes. So I wanted to choose 3 tunes that were of different vibes, different eras, and different kind of sounds, almost actually to pitch myself to more opportunities and venues. I didn't want to just do 80s rock or just whatever. So, and I also, a big thing for me was age. I wanted my 16-year-old cousin to listen, because I knew she would listen to Bad Romance, but I knew she'd never heard of Blue Bayou. And my grandparents, the same, opposite. So that was a strategy that I guess used in choosing those tunes. And I also just love them. I think they're so fun. And Blue Bayou was the one that resonated with me the most. That just felt like home. And then with that, I kind of have stuck to that 70s folk rock now completely. The song that just came out, Just Good Enough, has been a wonderful, and it's just been an experience in itself, because we wrote that. It was my producer that, when Bad Romance came out, which was the last cover track, he reached out to me going, I want you to sing your own songs. I really want this for you. Come to my space. I'm gonna bring all the best musicians. Let's just write and see if we can get anything. I just really want this for you. I was like, whoa, okay. Cool. So we went in the first day, and I'd never been to a writing session. I was never somebody with a journal. Didn't really know what to expect, and just kind of was like, okay, let's do it. And this amazing performer, he just whips open his book. He goes, okay, Kate, therapy session, who broke your heart? And I instantly was like, walls up, oh my God, panic mode. What is happening? No. Like, what? And it just, And the song we wrote that day, which is Just Good Enough, the song that just came out, is an entirely different tune. It was just me kind of blocking what really I wanted to talk about. I've learned that with songwriting, it's not going to be just one and done in that day. Like I have to live with it, and like I have to sing it a lot. I have to perform it actually quite a bit before I go in and record it. I've learned, and I really love that process because it makes me really, really, really be extremely proud of what I've put out. So my band likes to say that this is version 7 of Just Good Enough, but that writing process was very different for that song. And then recently I've been collaborating with another singer in the city, and she and I it's instant. It's so cool. Like we just, she makes a cup of tea for us, and then we just talk about our lives, and then it's just, oh my God, we have a song. It's so crazy to me. And it's nice to be partnered with somebody who can take all your thoughts and just funnel them into a line. It's really, really special. And I've never met anybody who can really do that. And I feel safe, and I feel heard, and it's so wonderful. It's so cool. And you just leave going like, yeah, you have a song, but you feel so good. And it is a therapy session because it's like a weight off your chest, and it's been so wonderful. Whatever I do is definitely a nod to the past, and I really want to keep that about myself because it just feels so right, and it feels so good to also acknowledge that type of singing, that type of really storytelling, I think is a huge part of it. It's just a love of music. It's an absolute love of the stage and of the song. And Stevie Nicks has been a huge role model and reference for me right now, because we did a Fleetwood Mac show in the middle of last year, and it was not to be cheesy, but it was kind of a spiritual experience. Just that love of those songs and that time and what they were talking about, like just believing it wholeheartedly. And I think that comes from the theater experience of taking the song and totally just going through it line by line, and okay, what are the intentions? What does the character want? And looking at a song like that, I think that's just naturally my approach because of my training. But oh yeah, like Linda and Stevie and Debbie Harry is a huge one from Blondie. I just think she's so cool. I mean, everybody says that, but yeah, just the way of singing back then it's so magical. And there's a reason why I think people still listen to it today. I wish I could be more of a social butterfly after a show and grab a drink with my friends, but I've just put my heart on stage. I need to starfish on the floor after I do that. It's night and day. I mean, when a show feels it's just amazing. There's nothing like it. The adrenaline rush that you get, it's nothing. And seeing how the audience responds to and how they feel, and taking that in, and also how like for me, how my band feels. Like if they've had a good show, then I'm the happiest girl in the world. Like I'm just on cloud 9. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. I love organizing shows, actually. I love putting shows on myself. So there's a couple of those in the works. And I've applied for a program in Toronto. So I'm really excited to kind of go over there and just pick everyone's brains. And the band and I went to Nashville at the end of November, and I really want to go back. Yeah, I just really want to be in every sense of creative environment. So that's kind of what 2023 is looking like, is just total creativity.